Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I guess I need to find a new lucky jersey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season, so subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. And if you're sitting back and wondering, what's wrong with this guy's voice? Yes, I was sick a couple days back. I'm still recovering. Lost my voice yesterday. Tried to fight through it, but this is the best that we got going on for us right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this game. The Cardinals lose to the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, 16-6. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had the division in our hand. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, and we're going to talk about that all a little later on as well. But the Cardinals are now 6-5 in their division, won 6 games, lost 5. And the Seattle Seahawks are the same way, right? Won 6 games and lost 5. But the good thing that they got going for us is now they got the lead because beating us. So, the Arizona Cardinals right now, this game, it's kind of really hard to, I guess, where do I start, right? I guess that's the best way to describe. Let's start positive first. Let's do that. Let's start positive. I want to say a huge shout out here to the Seattle Seahawks team in general. They did everything they can, and they did everything that they should have done to win this game, right? This is a ugly divisional game that's not a lot of points were going to be put up on the board. It was constantly raining, right? Everything was slick. Everything was, people were slipping everywhere. So, congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks fans. Seriously, your team defensively absolutely surprised me and shocked me. So, there's your kudos there, Seahawks fans, if you're watching. Now, let me talk some positives about the Arizona Cardinals. This defense, they came out to play today. Now, was there some moments where you're trying to rip your head out or your hair out and say, Geno Smith has all the time in the world back there? Yes, there's been multiple times like that because, truth be told, although we brought a guy like Baron Browning, we all kind of knew that it's all based on potential, right? He's not a X factor in the edge position, right? We don't have that. We still don't have that. And Monty Ossenfort, unfortunately, hopefully he sees what we're going through and he focuses on this next offseason. That's something that we need. Absolutely, right? So, this defense came out and played today, right? Budda Baker doing Budda Baker things. Did he slip a couple times here and there? Yes, he did, right? But Budda Baker had himself a sack. Fantastic game for Budda. Jesse Luketa, sack. Dante Stills, sack. LJ Collier, sack. Now, Garrett Williams, I know I give a lot of love to him, but we got to give more love because Garrett Williams looks to be our number one cornerback. I'm really excited to see what his career is going to look like. I really, really am. Defensively, the Cardinals defense only gave up 10 points. That's it. Yes. Now, if you're looking at the score and saying, oh, it was 16-6, there was a crucial pick 6 that Kyler Murray threw, trying to target Michael Wilson, overshot it right in the hands of one of their cornerbacks, and they took it to the house. Now, they did miss a field goal, so there was a 6-point swing there that the defense didn't give up. That was based off of Kyler Murray's pick 6. Now, this defense only gave up 10 points. The problem was that the Arizona Cardinals offense couldn't get going at all, right? Now, let's look at the Kyler Murray stats, right? He was 24 for 37, no touchdowns, no interceptions, right? Numbers are a little skewed in my opinion, especially in that last drive or two. This offense almost kind of seems like we're comfortable and confident with the dink and dunk, right? We love it. Now, when it works, right? Where was this in the beginning of the game, right? Why weren't we dinking and dunking in the beginning of the game and trying to move this ball around, right? Questions that we're probably never going to get answered, right? Let's look at the rushing attack. Our best rusher in this game was Trey Benson. 4 carries, 18 yards. Amari DeMcCarter was 1 carry, 14 yards. James Conner, our workhorse, 7 carries, 8 yards. He averaged 1.1 yard a carry in this game. That ain't going to cut it. You are a run-heavy team. That's your identity. That is your forte. And one thing that I've talked about multiple times is that we're not a team that goes away from the run, right? Oh, no, we're not that team. We're not the Rams or we're not the 49ers. We don't do that. We did that in this game. We absolutely did. We absolutely did. Now, was it not working? Yeah, I guess your workhorse is 7 carries, 8 yards. Yeah, I guess it wasn't working, right? Let's look at the receiving weapons. Trey McBride had himself an amazing game, right? 12 receptions, 133 yards, averaged about 11 yards a catch. Now, he had an opportunity to get himself a touchdown, but Kyler Murray overshot him. And again, we're now living in a world where Trey McBride, although a great weapon that he is, it's not working, right? But fantastic player. Michael Wilson had a crazy nasty catch, like over the head. Reminded me of Larry Fitzgerald type of those catches, right? You just look up and boom, right to the breadbasket. Amazing catch. He was 2 receptions, 54 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr. was 3 receptions, 47 yards. James Conner was 5 receptions, 41 yards. So, this whole offense in general, they couldn't get clicking. They just couldn't get it done, right? Now, I don't know if you want to blame the run, the rain, I guess, right? That could be a factor, right? The Cardinals aren't used to inclement weather. I hate that I have to use that as an excuse, but it's the truth. Do I want to live in a world where we don't have to worry about that, right? Especially in these November, December games. You're going to be dealing with that type of weather. So hope that gets fixed. Will it? I don't know. But just going to put that out there. But this O-line for the Arizona Cardinals was not very good today at all. Now, kudos to that Seattle Seahawks defense. They came out and played today. Leonard Williams was wreaking havoc on our O-line. Paris Johnson Jr. struggled. Evan Brown had a couple struggles, right? Our whole O-line in general just seemed to struggle against this D-line. It almost kind of seemed like we lost in the trenches. That's where it felt like they out-physicaled us when our identity, right, as a Cardinals organization, obviously being the run, but our identity is trying to out-physical their opponent. And we just didn't see that in this game, right? Jackson Smith and Jigba, right? JSN. 6 receptions, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, there was a really big run, which it almost kind of seemed like a screenplay / angle route. It's one of those things where it's frustrating to see because, like, it's such an easy play that when, like, we have pressure that, obviously there's nobody else to block that. Like, he got open, right? It was a house call. So, good for them, right? And now they tried to attempt to do that same play again. He still got about 7-8 yards, right? But when it really mattered, the Arizona Cardinals defense couldn't get off the field to save their lives. Now, I don't put this game on this defense. I really don't. This Arizona Cardinals defense came out and played, and I'm going to give them all the flowers that they possibly can get. This Arizona Cardinals defense came out and played today. They played their hearts out. But the Arizona Cardinals offense, if your third down efficiency is 3 for 12 and theirs is 7 for 14, it's not going to equate to something good, right? Penalties. We were 5 penalties, 60 yards. They were 5 penalties, 51 yards, right? So it's not like the penalties played a big factor in this game for us. Obviously, a cleaner game would be better and more ideal, right? True. That last possession or two for Seattle, actually, it might have been that last possession. They drained that clock out. Like, that clock was drained like nobody's business. Now, when we got the ball back after they got their field goal, it almost kind of seemed like there was no urgency for the Cardinals to score a touchdown, right? It was a lot of dink and dunk. Let me send it over here to Trey McBride. Let me send it to James Conner. No balls were really kind of getting thrown 20 yards, 15 yards down the field or anything like that. It was, or even those balls that, are designed to go outside, but you get a good chunk out of it. There wasn't a lot of that. I don't know if the Cardinals didn't believe that they can actually win this game, but it did feel like it was very, very conservative the way that Kyler Murray and this offense was running in that last drive for the Cardinals. So, to put a bow on this game, and hopefully we forget all about it, and I'm a big advocate of we learn a lot more from these losses than we do wins, right? Big advocate of that. So, we got to learn from what the heck just happened in this game. We got to. Is it over? Is the sky falling? No, it's not. We're 6-5. We're second in the division right now, behind the Seattle Seahawks that are also sitting at 6-5. We got 2 crucial games coming our way, and I've said this in multiple podcasts before. In this 3-game stretch, you got to at least go 2-3. All right, yeah, 2. You got to get 2 wins out of these next 3. Now, unfortunately, you would rather see a win to start off coming off the bye, and it happened, right? So you got the Vikings that are a very hot team, and then you got the Seahawks again. So right now, you have to swallow anything, your pride, swallow the ego, go back into the film room and figure out exactly what's going on. Because it wasn't it here for this offense. It wasn't it today at all. They had a bad game. We were all riding high on this offense and how good they could potentially be. They struggled today mightily. And you got to give kudos to the Seattle Seahawks defense because they did a fantastic job. Right? In the trenches, pressuring Kyler. Kyler looked scared. Kyler didn't look comfortable. Kyler almost got hurt, right? Went to the blue tent, came back. But overall, the Seattle Seahawks were the better team. They were the better team today. And they deserve it. But it's not over yet. We got them again in 2 weeks. We got to take care of business then. And we got to take care of business against the Minnesota Vikings. I know it's not going to be easy, but put ourselves in this situation, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about this game in a nutshell? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cardinals.